Hey everyone, it's November 25th. Yes, it's Wendy Pope, and normally Lisa does Tuesdays, but Wendy does not calendar well. Y'all know that. It's not the first time. And it won't be the last time I mix the days up. So sweet Lisa, flexible Lisa, is switching with me. So I'm doing the 24th, 25th instead of the 24th, 26th, and 28th. So hang in there. She'll be back tomorrow. But I just want you to close your eyes. I haven't planned on this, but this is what I feel like the Lord is leading me to do in our lesson today. Just close your eyes. And I just want you to inhale and exhale. And just sit for just a minute. A few seconds. Not a whole minute. And then do it again. And keep your eyes closed. And I want to read this verse. Because of our faith, actually, I'm going to substitute the pronoun. Because of your faith, Christ has brought you into this place of undeserved privilege where you now stand. You confidently and joyfully look forward to sharing God's glory. I just needed that today. You can open your eyes. I just needed that today. I needed the reminder of this verse that because of my faith, I am standing in this place of undeserved privilege. I can confidently and joyfully look forward to sharing in God's glory. Both on this earth, I can share glory with Him. Not sharing the spotlight, but having His glory on my life. That's what I mean. Not taking the spotlight from Him. That is not at all what Paul is saying here. But sharing in the beautiful things of faith with God. I have that. And I don't know what you're going through. I have been through some stuff. We had a marvelous wedding for our daughter this month. And it fell right in the middle of a lot of junk. And left us, her parents, and this has nothing to do with her, felt like we were in emotional whiplash. Watching our daughter marry the man of her dreams, her best friend. The service was so God-honoring, and watching them. If you've had a child get married, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, you can't put it into words when God answers your prayer. And then we just had some other junk going on in our family around that. And I just have felt like I'm just so tired of wobbling. And I read this, and y'all know this. I write lessons. We write lessons a month in advance sometimes. And because of my faith, I can stand. And not only stand, but stand confidently and joyfully. And y'all, it's just what I needed today. And I love what I found out when I studied this lesson. I ran across a Bible commentator that I did not know about. Which happens a lot, William R. Newell. He's a pastor. He's well known for his commentary. His New Testament, verse by verse. He's got a Romans called verse by verse, Romans verse by verse. I'll get that out in a second. And believe me, I'm going to dig deeper into that. But it's so cool because you might not know anything about him, but have you heard this? Years I spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died on Calvary. You've probably heard that. He wrote it. Yeah, he did. He wrote it. So I just love that little fact right there. Maybe that'll come up in a Bible trivia game. I don't know. I also put in your notes today our key verse in the Amplified Classic. So great. And then I did not rewrite a lesson. I pulled from Williams, Romans verse by verse, lesson on the proper attitude of man under grace. I put the link there. It's exceptional. But I just love this. Here we stand to believe and consent to be loved while unworthy is the great secret. To refuse to make resolutions or vows, for that is to trust in the flesh. To expect to be blessed, though realizing more and more lack of worth. To testify of God's goodness at all times. To be certain of God's future favor, yet to be ever more tender and conscious toward him. To rely on God's chastening hand as mark of his kindness. A man under grace, if like Paul had no burdens regarding himself, many about others. Y'all, take a minute and read those out loud, and they will suck the breath out of your lungs. They will. Because that is what we stand on right there. Take care. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.